Okay guys, change of setting tonight. You're going to see me in the basement. Just got done test shooting. This slingshot's going out to BugsBrew, Dan. He and I agreed on a trade sometime back, kind of. He needed some information, and then he wanted my contact information, so I told him, well, let's just trade. So anyway, here's what I made him. For those who don't know, Dan or BugsBrew is a very prolific builder too. This is Dragon Claw with Ocularis attachment method. Bean Flip is one of the original, shall we say, designers of the Dragon Claw, and then he and I and several others worked on modifying it to take Ocularis plugs. This is the original size. I've also made a king size that you guys have seen. A left-hand hold on this one because, once again, BugsBrew is a left-handed hold. He wears a large size glove, so I went with the original size, not the larger one, which I make for guys who wear like extra large and double X gloves. One thing we did do, you see these 3 notches. They're set at 3/16 diameter so that you can run up to 1745 tubes on them if you want, at, you know, over the fork 45 and through the fork. There's only about 3 people in this world I know that'll shoot this through the fork. It's an 1.1/8 gap. Okay, there are some guys who are good enough to do that. Those would not be me. It holds like this. I like to put the pinky hole in. As you can see, just a touch small for my hand, but this is, my hand wears a double X glove, so this is not for me. This is for somebody else. The other thing that these grooves will do really well for, obviously, BugsBrew, once you get this, pull the bands through to the right length and then cut them off. I've just let them run wild for you for right now. Super Sure, let me get it stopped here. That's a Super Sure pouch without the logo in it. It's kangaroo leather. Once you get it pulled through, what I was saying is if you pull these over the fork, you'll see that when you pull flat bands, it doesn't tear them, but it leaves a nice aiming divot in your band. Okay? For those who don't know, both Eric and Mark, Metrograde and Tremoside, or Mark Seljon, both kind of started using this concept about the same time. One did it on Ocularis plugs, one did it on, you know, a through the fork design they had. I really like it. It gives me an aiming reference or an aiming point for some, but I'm a guy who just aims down the bands. That's just me, but I know a lot of guys don't. But mainly I put these in so that it's very hard to shoot tubes on an Ocularis unless you have these grooves. So that's kind of why I added the grooves to this design, and why I recommended we add the grooves when Mike or Bean Flip and I were going through this and putting it together with 1 or 2 others. Anyway, that's it. It's phenolic, polished to a high shine. It really looks like palm when you polish phenolic. I even polish the holes with a spindle on my drill press. Anyway, Bugsy, it's coming your way, bud.